Hello everyone, this is Eva and you're watching Israeli startup channel ISUP, and today Gvahim ISUP, and we're with Mickael, Bensadoun, who's the CEO of Gvahim, and also Patricia, Lahy, who's the director of the Hive. So Gvahim is creating a brain game in Israel. So wow, this is a great place for new immigrants to really start their new life in Israel. So can you please explain us more about Gvahim?
Yeah, sure. So Gvahim means Heights, and it's a non-profit organization dedicated to highly skilled immigrants who decide to immigrate to Israel, and we are here to support them in their immigration journey and make everything we can so they can be successful in their career, create successful startup, and have a happy and fulfilling immigration to Israel. And they bring new skills to Israel. They have a big potential in terms of entrepreneurship, of career development, of contributing to Israel. And Gvahim exists really to maximize their potential and their contribution to Israel.
So you mentioned career development, and how does it work? Can you please explain us?
Yeah, sure. So the immigrants come, and in general they come with a very good background from different countries in the world, from can be US, France, Asia, Latin America, and they have to start their career, their new career in Israel. So Gvahim trains them, giving them very concrete tips and training on how it works in Israel in terms of career, and then we connect them to a placement through our placement department to companies that want to hire them. We also give them volunteering mentors, Israeli mentors, because Gvahim works with a broad network of Israeli businessmen who support the Olim who are looking for a job or who want to create their startup. So we are both training and both connecting them.
So why did you come up with the idea? So in order to help immigrants to Israel.
So that's a good question. First of all, I am myself, I was a new immigrant, so I went through this process, and you know, immigration is a challenging process where you have to start to some extent from scratch. You know, you don't have a necessary family, you don't have a network, you have to learn the language. And I saw around me other immigrants, and I had the chance to be hired at the Rashi Foundation, a philanthropic foundation, and meet amazing and very inspiring businessmen, including our founding chairman, Mr. Yair Shamir, who is now the Minister of Agriculture. And you know, it just started from a need that we felt, say, on the field. We started with 25 immigrants from France, and today we support in our core program 300 highly skilled immigrants from all over the world. And in addition to that, thousands of immigrants, Olim it's in Hebrew, support and attend Gvahim events yearly.
So when you say immigrants, then they are they are all like Jewish people in their, right?
Yes, they are exactly. They are Jewish people, not necessarily from a religious point of view, but they are entitled to what we call in Hebrew make aliyah, which means a kind of ascension, spiritual ascension, and we support them in their project. Exactly.
So why did you name it Gvahim?
Yes, so Gvahim, that's a very good question. Gvahim means heights in Hebrew. And why did we call Gvahim heights? For several reasons. First of all, Aliyah has this connotation of heights. Two, we think that the highly immigrants have a lot to bring to Israel, and it is a fact that historically this country was built by a new immigrant. And if Israel is successful today, it is because courageous people left their country, came here, started from scratch with a pioneering spirit. So we think that immigrants can help Israel reach new heights. So that's why we call it also Gvahim. And the third reason is that we think that immigrants in general, not only in Israel, they should not compromise on their career. The fact that you are an immigrant doesn't mean you have to have low targets. No, we think they need to target, they should target very high, and with the necessary support that Gvahim and other organizations can give, think I know it's possible to make.
The Hive, and it's a accelerator program, and it just started yesterday, right? And it's going to start for 6 months. Could you please explain us about it?
Yes. So the program which started yesterday is the fourth session of the Hive. It's a group of 11 startups from very talented entrepreneurs. Most of them are new immigrants coming from the US, from Canada, from France, from Australia, from all over the world, and also some Israelis who are returning citizens who share the same challenge, that because they went abroad for many years, they lost maybe the connections, or they don't have business contacts to start their startup. So basically we believe that these people are, as Mickael said, very courageous people. Not only they left their home country, but they are also starting a business from scratch, and which is a challenge. So they will spend six months here. They went through a very thorough selection process. They had to pitch in front of a screening committee with professional people from capital ventures, entrepreneurs, and so on. And we will give them a mentor, one or two, who are professionals with experience in creating businesses, who can give them tips and some connections. They will meet very frequently throughout the program. We will organize workshops, lean startup, marketing strategy, how to create your business plan, how to define your business model, how to pitch in front of investors. They will meet investors during the program, angels, VCs, corporate investors, and they will get a lot of feedback. And they will spend also 1 week in Google Launchpad, in the program that Google is developing for entrepreneurs, and get there also business support and in UI, UX, in product development. And at the end of the program we will have a pitch night where they will be able to pitch in front of investors and get media exposures to their startup to hopefully be able to move to the next step.
So they are all basically like also immigrants?
Yes, most of them are immigrants. Sometimes they come as teams. We very much believe in the potential of good teams or complementary teams. So sometimes in one team we will have one new immigrant and an Israeli. One is maybe the CEO and the other is CTO, CMO, and so on. And some of them are also returning citizens, what we call returning citizens. It's people who spend many years abroad and they are coming back to Israel, and they also need support and connections.
I see that will be so many like people from so many other countries, and how do you really like give them one like solution of the lectures and everything?
You're right, it's a challenge because some of them are very early stage, some of them are more advanced. All the classes are in English, so normally English is a language that everybody speaks. It's helping everybody who are in different stage. We want the program to be as flexible as possible to their needs. We have startups that are in web and mobile. We have a team of people who want to work to build a kindergarten network.
Wow!
But that will be financed by subsidized and financed by employers, and they also need the connection to the high-tech employers and to the businesses. So they have the same needs in terms of connection. So not everybody is a web or mobile startup. In the previous Hive we had people in developing an innovative cosmetic product, and we had a team of architects working on a affordable housing solution. So it's different models. Most of them are in web and mobile development, but we have also other projects.
Wow,
And the challenge is to be able to help everybody. And you're right, it's a challenge.
So I heard that when they are coming to the Hive, they pay like 1/5 of the cost as a partition fee, and later when they have like funding, they pay like 1% of contribution fee. It's a non-profit organization, and how do you get
Funding?
these? Yes.
Yes.
So Gvahim as an organization is funded mainly by philanthropic funds, so generous donors who believe in our mission. In addition to that, the government now is supporting us through the Ministry of Absorption and also municipalities. Our first partner as a municipality is Ashdod, a city south of Tel Aviv, where we also have a Hive program. And in addition, we try to have more and more self-generated income, like the participation fees. If they do, if God help, a big, huge exit, maybe they will give a donation and give back. So we try to be not dependent only on philanthropic funds. But for now, 80% of the Gvahim budget is really pure philanthropy.
So what is the vision of Gvahim?
The vision of Gvahim, as I said, is really to maximize the economic, the social, the spiritual also contribution of the immigration to build Israel, because Israel is built, but there are so many challenges to go, and immigrants are pioneers. They come here to change Israel, to have an impact, and we believe in the immigrants as really an agent of growth, an agent of positive change. And also I believe that the immigrants bring not only new ideas, a new startup, but also a great impact of Israel in the world, because they come from all over the world. We had actually an alumni in the Hive who came from Hong Kong, if I'm not mistaken.
Wow.
And these people want to build positive economic relationships with their countries of origin. So it's really a win-win, I would say, for Israel for sure, but hopefully also for the world. This is the way Israel can shine all over the world and bring its contribution to humanity.
So I bet there will be so many great stories, interesting stories within Gvahim.
The story I have in mind, it's the first one, it's Ophélie Namiesh, who immigrated from France, and she came really with a background from Columbia University in social development, and I believe she went through a career program at Gvahim. I think that 1 month or 2 months after she immigrated to Israel, she was in South Sudan, because she wanted from Israel as a new Israeli to do something to help developing the world. So she even didn't make Aliyah to Israel, immigrate, and she was already in South Sudan. And now for the last 4 years, she's been traveling all the time from Israel to Sudan to try to support the South Sudan development through technologies that are developed in Israel. And I think it's a wonderful example of what immigrants can do, not only for Israel, but also for the world.
Yes, that's the good points that you're focusing on, like for immigrants, but also in social parts.
Also,
really
yes,
helping the
not
world.
only, but I think startup, even if they are for profit, they all want to solve a problem at the end of the day.
Yes.
So if it's a positive, in general, at the Hive, these are only positive.
It's one of our criteria of selection, actually. We ask how is your startup going to impact the country, or positive impact. So yes.
That's wonderful.
Yes, so we will not have products that we think that are not ethical.
Yes.
And lastly, what would you like to say to Korean audience who will be watching?
Just to say that we are very, very proud that last 2 weeks ago we had a delegation here of entrepreneurs from South Korea.
Yes.
And all the team was so happy to meet them, and personally I had the pleasure to meet South Korean when I just immigrated at the Hebrew University, learning Hebrew with me. So I really feel that Israel and South Korea are very close people. So thank you for this friendship, and I hope we'll do wonderful things together.
Wow. Thank you so much for.
How do you say thank you in South Korean?
감사합니다.
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 네, 그냥